to say. What number do you think I'm gonna say?
6'7".
Let the people know where you from and shit. Like, I mean, what part of the city you from? Let's start right there.
6'7", like, you hear 6'7", that's my block. Like, I'm from Southwest, I'm 67 from Elmwood, all around there. That's my neck of the woods and all that.
Bail you out. All right. The 6'7", I know you said that's your block in your neighborhood and all that shit. We see Skrilla walk up, like,
Skrilla's track 6'7" blew up all over social media and went totally viral. People everywhere started repeating 6'7" non-stop. It even got to the point where schools had to tell students to stop saying it. But 6'7" isn't just a catchy trend. There's a shocking story hiding behind it, packed with strange rituals, old beliefs, and mysterious rumors that had everyone talking. 6'7" took over TikTok like wildfire and turned Skrilla into one of the fastest rising rappers in the game. But most of the fans shouting 6'7" had no clue about the darker side of the track. Skrilla has mentioned following a belief system inspired by Santeria, and in his past interviews, he talked about performing spiritual rituals and using energy work to protect himself from negativity. Skrilla even brought a YouTuber named Brenda Buckingham to meet his godfather, the person guiding him through those traditions, so they could talk about the spirits and deities they honor together. He said on camera, "Yeah, let's do it. Here you go, my godfather right here." According to some online sources, 6'7" refers to two spirits, Ogun and Yemaya.
I'm about to take y'all in my godfather crib so he can show y'all some shit with my religion. Yeah, let's do it. Go, my godfather right here,
whom Skrilla pays respect to in his practices. Skrilla even mentioned other deities in songs like Stash Box, where he raps about connecting with his Orisha till my day come and finding strength through his faith. He raps, "I made some sacrifices, cleansed my sins, had talks with Babalao. He told me I'm gonna live a while." Fans have been debating what he really meant by that ever since. When Skrilla was performing 6'7", some people online claimed he was using the chant as part of a spiritual ritual meant to push back against negativity. Even rumors spread that anyone repeating 6'7" might be unknowingly taking part in that same chant. But that's all speculation. Most listeners only know the catchy 6'7" part and have no clue about the deeper meaning behind it. Skrilla also spits some wild lines on Shy Zone, where he flexes his street power and confidence.
Skrilla, like
you influence him?
Everybody, like, that's my man. Like, we went song for song. He gave me a verse. I owe him a verse right now. I owe Skrilla a verse right now. I'm gonna get that done soon, but I owe Skrilla a verse or whatever, but he been saying 6'7". Like, he got a song with G Herbo saying that shit and all. Like, he been saying that shit.
He says, "I'm bold with the glasses. Bro, see a savage, so many ashes." He keeps the energy fierce, talking about standing strong and protecting himself at all costs, painting a raw picture of the life he's seen. Now, some people online took things even further, claiming Skrilla was trying to get younger fans to repeat 6'7" as some kind of chant. They even pointed to a playful line in the same track, where he references Baby Shark. "Dump truck, Baby Shark, do-do-do, I popped the park and popped the blue," mixing street lyrics with nursery rhyme energy in a wild contrast. Because of all this, new rumors popped up, saying Skrilla might be promoting dark themes or worshiping something evil, but there's no real proof behind that. Most likely, it's just part of his image and creative storytelling that fans took way too literally. Skrilla made it clear in an interview with Brandon Buckingham that he doesn't worship anything evil or dark. But of course, not everyone believes him. Some people still claim he's secretly getting fans to chant 6'7" for hidden reasons.
That's my real life, though. That's my real life. That's a real life shit. That's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice for what I want.
What did you sacrifice to go ahead for?
I can't talk about that shit too much, though.
Blessings.
Yeah, blessings.
Others say he's just using mystery and shock value to keep his name buzzing online. Either way, the rumors only made the song even more viral. The 6'7" wave took off just a few weeks after the track dropped. And at first, it seemed totally innocent. People were using it in basketball edits and sports highlight clips all over social media. But then things exploded when a high school player named Talon TK Kinney mentioned the track while rating a Starbucks drink. And that clip went absolutely crazy online. Now TK is known everywhere as Mr. 6'7", and he even lost a new brand of canned water called 6'7 Water. It's wild to see how one song turned into a full-blown movement that's making real money. Even some older pop stars tried to hop on the trend for attention. Natasha Bedingfield, the singer behind Pocket Full of Sunshine, brought Skrilla on stage during her Philly show so they could perform Duke Duke 6-7. The crowd lost it. Even Kim Kardashian couldn't resist joining in.
Don't worship Satan.
Fuck no, though. But I like when they talk, you know what I'm saying? They got their own little question mark on my head for real about that shit though, for real though. But I just let them think what they want to think though. Cause I'm like a unorthodox person for real cause of that type shit.
She dropped a playful 6-7 joke on TV that got fans cracking up. Some people online started saying that Skrilla's chant must have worked because he's been taking over the industry like crazy lately. But behind the catchy beat and viral craze, there are also serious rumors about what 6-7 might really mean. Some say it connects to a police radio code 1067, which is used when someone's been harmed. Though no one's proven that's true. Whatever it really stands for, 6-7 has become way bigger than just a song. It's a mystery that's got everyone talking. The real story behind 6-7 goes way deeper than most people think. Word on the streets is that Skrilla might have borrowed the name 6-7 from an actual crew in Philly. In one interview, he says 6-7 was a neighborhood spot where some of his people, including a rapper named Duty Baby, came up from. Duty Baby's been in the rap scene for a while, but he's known more for the chaos surrounding his name than for his music. Rumors online say he's been caught up in serious street problems.
When he was saying that he made a video like the song, I was gonna hop on that joint and all that. He said he was gonna put me on and all that, but I was out Egypt. I'm out Egypt buying a house, you feel me? Like, I'm out Egypt buying a house.
Including conflicts with rival groups. He was once connected to a crew known as CCK, and some fans claim Skrilla only mentioned him to make things sound more authentic to the 6-7 name. But the truth is, Duty Baby isn't actually from that area. And people say Skrilla might have used that link just to shift attention away from the real 6-7 crew. The original 6-7 movement in Philly goes by names like YSN and WSN. Rappers from that group had been repping 6-7 long before Skrilla's version blew up. One rapper named O even dropped a track where he shouted 6-7, 6-7 green light and opened up about losing his brother, pouring all that pain into his lyrics. He rapped raw lines about betrayal and loyalty, showing just how real things get behind the mic. YSN has been representing 6-7 for years, and there's real tension behind that name that most fans don't realize. So when Skrilla's track 6-7 went viral, O quickly changed his Instagram bio to The Real 6-7, making it clear who had the name first. Things got even darker when tension between two Philly groups reportedly spiraled out of control. Word is, members from YSN and a crew called 7-4 had a major fallout after a setup going wrong involving a guy named Banzo. Banzo, who reps 7-4, was rumored to have around 50 grand stashed at his place. And that's when two guys from the other side, Penny and Dave, allegedly tried to rob him. No one knows exactly how it all went down, but witnesses say an argument broke out and things turned chaotic fast. Shots were fired, and when police arrived, both Penny and Dave had been hit. One tragically passed away on the spot, while the other didn't survive his injuries later that night. Just weeks after the news spread, Bonzo dropped a track that stirred the internet. He rapped, "They had to drop. Thank God they missed their aim. I can't even say my brother's name." Fans went wild, thinking he was addressing what happened without saying it outright. Even though reports claim Penny and Dave had started the situation, YSN members still wanted payback. Bonzo was also linked with another crew called Only the Africans, better known as OTA. One of his close friends was an OTA member named Shaq, who sadly lost his life during an ambush in June 2024. Sources online said YSN members might have been involved in that situation, and rumors spread that someone named Chucky was the one who fired the shots. Tragically, it said that Shaq's little sister was also injured during that same incident. After that, tensions went through the roof. People claimed OTA put a massive bounty on whoever was behind it. Not long after that, word spread that someone found Chucky on the street and a group of mass shooters pulled up on him, leaving him no chance to escape. The street started buzzing again when people said one of the shooters was a man from G5 known as Jig. But the story didn't end there. Just a few weeks later, Jig himself was allegedly targeted in retaliation and was fatally shot. Not long after Chucky's tragic death, questions started flying about who else might have been involved in the shooting. Nobody could confirm who the other shooters were, but once Jig was killed, YSN members basically hinted that he had been part of that hit on Chucky. People online claim that Chucky's killing wasn't just about money. It seemed personal too, especially since witnesses said over a dozen shots were fired. It was clear emotions were running deep after Shaq's passing, and rumors started swirling that certain groups were still putting money on their rivals' heads as revenge. YSN had been facing one loss after another since 2022. They lost Penny and Dave in that setup gone wrong, and later that same year, another member named YSN Key died in a tragic car accident. Key had started to gain some real buzz in the rap game, and after he passed, another artist from the crew, YSN Booth, tried to carry the torch and keep their name alive through his music. Unfortunately, Booth's tracks haven't pulled major numbers online, and some people have even mocked him over rumors that he was robbed by enemies. Still, Booth kept pushing forward, trying to honor the legacy of the ones he lost. What's strange to a lot of fans is how Skrilla fits into all this. Nobody really knows why he decided to take the 6'7" name and make it his own in the song. Some people think it was a shot at YSN, while others believe he was just trolling the whole situation for attention. But here's where things get interesting. In an interview with Philly First 48 in May 2025, a rapper named YNU actually gave Skrilla a shout-out and said it was no bad blood at all. Even when Skrilla talked about the real 6'7" block in Philly, he never mentioned the actual crew holding that name. Instead, he claimed his homie Duty Baby was from there, even though people from the city instantly called that out as false. Folks started saying Skrilla could have easily given YSN some real recognition if he wanted to, but for some reason, he didn't. Nobody really knows why he's distancing himself from them. Some think it's because Skrilla isn't actually tuned in with what's happening in the streets, but that's not the case at all. Before his big breakout, Skrilla had already been connected with rising Philly artists. He was tight with YBC Dude, the rapper who later blew up as one of the hottest in the city thanks to his raw storytelling about real street life. Skrilla actually knew Dude before most people did, and even introduced him to YouTuber Brandon Buckingham during one of his interviews. That's proof Skrilla's been plugged in for a long time and isn't just watching from the sidelines. Skrilla's come up wasn't easy either. He grew up in Kensington, one of the toughest areas in Philly, where life hits hard and opportunities are rare. From a young age, he had to hustle just to get by. He tried staying focused on sports for a while, showing a lot of potential, but eventually drifted away from it as the streets pulled him in deeper. Even though he's faced criticism, one thing's for sure: Skrilla knows both sides of the grind, the struggle of the block and the spotlight of fame. Skrilla's story took some wild turns growing up. He kept running into legal trouble over possession charges, and when he was still a teenager, he ended up on house arrest for more than 2 years. During that time, he actually finished high school while confined to his home, proving he could still push through tough situations. Once he got back on his feet, Skrilla started gaining serious traction in the rap scene, but he never really left his old neighborhood of Kensington. Even after fame came knocking, he was still hanging out on the same blocks he came from. But in August 2025, things got heated up again when he was arrested during a movie clip shoot. Police said Skrilla was filming in the middle of the street and accidentally blocking traffic. He was reportedly using a toy gun that fired small gel pellets, something meant just for props, but one of those pellets allegedly hit an officer who arrived at the scene. That's when things escalated and Skrilla was taken into custody. Getting hit with charges over a toy gun shocked everyone. Fans couldn't believe it. The case was labeled as an assault on an officer, but most people online think the charges won't hold up in court. Still, it's clear this situation hasn't slowed Skrilla down one bit. He's been telling fans he's focused on his art, his music, and his spiritual path, no matter what people think or say about him. His story shows how unpredictable the climb to fame can be, full of chaos, controversy, and non-stop headlines. If you made it this far, show some love. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment what you think about Skrilla's wild rise. Is he misunderstood or just playing the game better than anyone else?